Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best 3-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up for turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network, live tonight in Lakeland, Florida at the USA International Speedway. It is week number 4 of a Team VLR Throwback Thursday series, and it comes to you live via Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. What is going on, everybody? Phil Lacasse here. Jack Jewins on the controls, and alongside me tonight, the Kings of Chaos are back together, the dynamic duo, my partner in crime, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton's alongside. What's up, brother? It's been a while we've done one of these. What's good?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm locked and loaded for the Dirty Grass Soul Jam at USA International Speedway here tonight, Phil. Glad to be back. We got a 3-man team here tonight at VLR. What better way can we send these guys out here at USA with a 3-man team? And it's going to be a fantastic show, folks. So make sure you tune in here and stay tuned in, because Full Velocity Racing Network's got your best coverage here that we can offer in this simulation period right now.
Yeah, the best of the best. We live right here. There's nobody who's ever done it better than the 3 of us here together. Todd and I, a team, been together a long time, and at some point we're going to get this machine back a-rolling, full steam ahead, and we're going to just continue to show you guys.
Steamroll.
Once again, we are the best of the best. We are the kings of the castle. Nobody does it better. There's a billion imitations, but you want the authentic best dream team out there. It's right here live with the Full Velocity Race Network. How the heck are you all doing as I finally tune in tonight and come back and welcome our great followers out there to Facebook Live. Doug Dobbs is out there. Our buddy Willie Harmon's out there, and Candace representing. Chris Trudeau's in the house. It is going to be a great night. Dougie Fresh, Doug Locker is out there. I am ready to. I feel like it's been forever since we've done a race together. I am itching, ready to go. Super late models, USA, long 3/4 mile. But these cars tonight, look at these guys. Lap times going up there in qualifying. Currently paced by Mason Crawford, a 21.797. This racetrack ain't going to stay this fast all night long. I think it's going to get tore up. We're going to see these cars slip and slide. But, man, this place is quick.
It definitely is quick, and are we going to see some other things that we seen last week, Phil? We had some controversy towards the end of that event between the H2 and the Jordan Casey machine. Those guys weren't happy with each other at the end of the race. Wish I would have went live, Mike, when those guys were talking back and forth. But I was being nice to them and courteous, and they played along with us too. But Phil, going to be a fantastic race here, and again, it's like good old-fashioned short track racing on a Saturday or Friday night at your local dirt track here. We get ready for heat race number 1.
Absolutely right. The first what's going to be 4 heat races on the docket, 10 laps around. Let's take a look at our Voiles Trucking starting lineup for heat race number 1 on the pole with car number 28. That'll be Mike McKinney, and alongside with number 29 is Colton Davis. In row number 2, number 14, J.D. Brown with the missile, Mason Crawford alongside in car number 15, the fastest car in qualifying. They inverted the top 4. Row number 3, we find the number 2, Dylan Hauser rolling off 5th, and alongside him, Shane James aboard car number 3. The big monkey, Rocky Batfield, he starts 7th in car number 66 with number 22 alongside of Chris McGuire. Joel Berkeley, he will roll off 9th. He is in car number 9. And Josh Phillips out there tonight with car number 6. And I hear from KT, he said the beast server they've had the last few weeks, Josh Phillips has been a guy tearing it up over there with some terrific runs. We'll see if Josh Phillips can't punch his ticket into the main event. We're taking the top 4 out of 8. He made number 1.
Just remember, folks, that these guys come from 2 different qualifying servers. You have to qualify. You got 4 from last week to the B main that comes on, and they can make this this main event here like they have tonight. The other 36 qualifiers come from 2 servers. You have to have a quick time in order to make it to the A main server here like we do tonight, this evening. So then they go through this qualifying event to make the actual A main here tonight for the Throwback series. Got to say hello to Justin Fuller out there. He's calling me too slow, but man, Phil, I'm the one that lapped him in the front-wheel drive 4-cylinder.
That's true. Well, Todd says it's true. And if Todd says it's had to have happened,
video.
So I got to see it.
Excuse of the book. No power steering, but I raced with no power steering for years.
Yeah, we do, because we know Fuller is a pretty good wheelman. So if Todd's better than Fuller at something, we need to know. But got to thank Dougie for the star donations. Corey Stan, is this a relative of yours, Todd? He's saying Mason Crawford is dangerous. I completely agree. I don't know if it's a relation to you and Corey, but he's completely, absolutely right.
I don't think so, Phil. I don't know. There's a lot of Stantons out there could be related some way around there. And Doug, you're right. I am a giant, but you see Justin Fuller. He's yeah, you pulled off. You still got lapped. Just as big as I am. If we stand side by side, you see 2 towers. So it'd be weird to see Justin Fuller and I together. We have been before. We should take a picture one of these times and show everybody.
You know who's getting lapped tonight, Todd? Every other broadcast company out there, because Phil and Todd are at VLR. It is time to throw it down. Heat race number 1. They are in the back straightaway. They are ready to rock and roll. Mike McKinney, that's a heavy hitter of a name right there. That is a cool-looking Parker Store number 28. Going to take the front row. 27 car alongside. Going to be Colton Davis, J.D. Brown, the missile, Mason Crawford, that dangerous number 15. He starts to the outside on number 2. They're in turns number 3 and 4. The iRacing.com safety truck is going to pull its way onto the infield, and it's time to turn these boys loose. iRacing flag, green flag up in the air.
Green flag up in the air, and we're racing down here into turn number 1 as Mike McKinney with the race lead. Here comes the number 27 of Colton Davis down to the bottom side, almost 3 wide by J.D. Brown. Oh, contact. The 28 hitting the wall just a little bit down the back straightaway.
They hit it a little bit, and now he's going to get hit a little more because he's still stuck up in the outside lane, and they are 3-4 wide back there for about 5th and 6th. Holy crap. Well, I know J.D. Brown came out of that skirmish. I believe he's got the race lead. They are continuing to dig door-to-door off turn number 2.
And it's J.D. Brown, the H2 machine of Dylan Hauser. You go into effect here, the number 66 of Rocky Batfield running in that 3rd spot, the big monkey. Here comes the missile, Mason Crawford, 3 wide for the 3rd spot.
They are 3 wide for 3rd. Crawford through the middle, but he's got the sandwich around it. It's Colton Davis to the outside and with 27. Shane James in the mix. Rocky Batfield. How about the big monkey throwing the stick around? 66 car. He is digging. He currently rides in 3rd. Who knew Big Monkey could trap a super late model?
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure when I seen his name into the feature event, but he was able to make it here. Top 3 right now, the number 66 of Rocky Batfield running in the 3rd spot. Got a good race going on for 4th between Colton Davis and then number 27 machine slides out by the missile, Mason Crawford. He moves up into the 4th spot, but he hits the wall, makes contact, and the 27 comes back by him.
Colton Davis going to work his way back around. Good race going off of the transfer spot. Davis versus Crawford. How about Joel Barkley? He back there in the 9 car as well. He is barking on that tree, all chasing J.D. Brown, as he'll be halfway home next time by.
J.D. Brown's trying to check out on the field the H2 of Dylan Hauser, who finished 2nd last week, led every lap but the last lap last week, Phil. We'll see if Hauser going to be able to get a little bit of sweet revenge here tonight. The USA International Speedway running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is Rocky Batfield. Colton Davis running in the 4th spot. Again, good battle between him and Mason Crawford in the 15 machine. They got some distance in between themselves and Joel Berkeley. Berkeley in that number 9 machine. He's running 6th.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of that number 9. I'm watching these guys nose to tail off turn number 2. J.D. Brown leading the way. Dylan Hauser, Rocky Batfield looking back here, was expecting a race to 4th, but Colton Davis is kind of taking it and kind of run away a few car lengths there. Mason Crawford now going to work over the bottom. That may be one of the better races of the racetrack, and it happens to be the transfer spot. We head down the front stretch.
Yeah, the D1RT number 15 machine of Crawford trying to work around the 27 machine, has not been able to do anything there with Colton Davis. As we have 2 laps remaining here, Phil, I believe we're going to be coming up on the white flag here just out of the turn here with that number 14 of J.D. Brown, your race leader. Can he go on and capitalize one more circuit around the USA International Speedway?
I believe there's 2 to go next time by. I believe we're putting 8 on the board. This is 1 to go. All right, final lap. What about? Oh, you are right. 8 laps around. We are on the white flag. I was looking at 10 minutes. Phil, you're out of practice, dude. You're stupid. Get your stuff together.
Out
Yeah,
of
they're in
4.
3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag will go in the air, and it's going to be J.D. Brown picking up the win. Dylan Hauser in for 2. Rocky Batfield's going to hold on, and Colton Davis will grab the final transfer spot out here out of heat race number 1. So look at the list of names off into the beast, Todd. Mike McKinney. The fastest qualifier here tonight, Mason Crawford. They're going to headline a list of wicked names that are going to be in our transfer, our B mains here coming up a little bit. But we heat race number 2 about to take its way onto the center stage of the Speedway. Let's take you through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup.
Starting on the pole, driving the number 24 machine, 34 machine, that'll be Daniel Cummings Jr. is dancing part of the outside, driving the number 56. That'll be James Edens. Inside row number 2, we'll see Jacob Fields aboard the number 75 machine, and Blake Cannon aboard the number 44, rolling off position number 4. Rolling off 5th will be DJ Kalinowski aboard the number K9 machine, and outside of him will be Tanner Tomasi aboard the 09. Inside row number 4 in the 7th starting spot, that'll be the Bob McCready, number 9 machine up here in the Northeast. Kenny Drug sponsor machine. That's Tyler Descharme in that number 9 machine, rolling off position 7. Zach McSwain aboard the Flintstone Flyer F1 in position number 8. Rolling off inside row number 5 in the 9th starting spot. That's the number 74 B machine. That is Blake Brown. And last week's winner, driver of the number 42, Jordan Casey, starting shotgun on the field in 10th.
You look up and down this list, and there's just 10 shoes out there ready to get after it right now. And only 4 going to the main event. This is going to be a dogfight. I'm going to tell you what. Look up there, front row. Daniel Cummings, James Edens. That's a guy who's we've seen win a ton of races on here in the network over the years. Jacob Fields, Blake Cannon. How about the K9, DJ Kalinowski? I mean, K9? Can we bark at him tonight?
Who let the dogs out?
I like it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Good, you're on your game, dude.
I love the paint scheme. I love all these throwback schemes there, Phil. It's fantastic to see what some of these painters go through there. That's one of those Milner Media and Design number machines. Milner Media Design is also sponsoring the Throwback series. Sponsored some painting skins. If you did have a throwback for the first couple of weeks, he gave the highest non-finisher without throwback an opportunity to get a throwback skin, Phil. So big thank you to Tubbs out there. If you need a wrap, you need a video, you need anything. I mean, he pretty much does everything, Phil.
Yeah, he's a jack of all trades. Check out Charlie Milner Media and Designs. We call him Tubbs. He's a great guy. He will take care of you. I tell you what, rough, love that. I'm digging the Flintstone Flyer out there. Zach McSwain in the F1. That is flipping cool. It makes me want to go out there. You got to remember the Flintstone Flyer. You have to.
Yeah, it definitely is. You gotta say a big shout out to Ken Roos out there. 750 stars in a 10-week streak here. Donation power here. The Full Velocity Racing Network is the Irish flag. Green flag comes out. Heat race number 2 underway. Oh, cannon around.
Big shot. He's upside down. We got simultaneous flipping. We got cars inside of cars. That may be one of the strangest netcode things I've ever seen. But what I do know, there's a yellow flag on the Speedway, and all cars landed on their wheels, but they weren't on their wheels.
I'm not sure. They were inside each other. They crossed up. Man, they flipped it. It was a tandem flip there, Phil, and it was through the air. They both looked like the 2 cars were actually mating over there in the corner.
It's one way to put it.
It does. It does.
There's a whole lot of things wrong.
Roll
there.
over. Roll over. Stay down.
Oh my goodness.
Stay down. Stay down.
Oh, Todd is on his game tonight. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have tuned in on a good night here with Full Velocity, but there was definitely contact there. Blake Cannon was definitely flipping around. Who was that also over there?
K9.
K9, DJ Kalinowski, he was over there. I was simultaneous slipping, but somehow, someway, after all that happened, they ended up on their wheels, and I don't think those cars got too beat up, which is amazing.
It's rather interesting. To see what's happening here. Just different things going on in the Speedway. Yeah, the K9 is pretty beat up. They're both going to come down on pit road, Phil. I believe they're going to use their quick repair, get whatever damage they have repaired to their machines, and hopefully be able to be good there as they did come down on pit road.
Leash, that's a good one. Like it. Come down there and get with quick repairs. I need to talk to a guy of ours we know. Jack, I need quick repairs for my car Saturday night. Can we get that passed?
No.
Oh, yeah. Never seen my car for Saturday night. It needs a whole lot more than a quick repair. But rolling around into yellow, and the great news is here, Todd, with iRacing now, they fixed it. The yellow flag laps do not count. I feel like we're in an authentic dirt short track now.
Yeah.
No yellow flag laps.
Love it. Love no yellow flag laps. And thank you to Tubbs out there. 7-week streak, Phil. 100 stars donated to. Same way, I think we forgot to mention Doug Lockrow out there giving us some stars too.
Dougie Fresh, he's out there representing tonight. No, he was pretty happy to hear us together back again. Phil, I miss my partner. I know we've been busy here. I know we've been away doing a couple different things. Got a lot going on me personally, but I got to give it to you guys. Been really doing a good job. Got to say hats off to Ron and the gang too. Him and Alex Payne were doing an awesome job. Had the network out there about each and every night, so that is cool to see. What do you say we go back to racing here now? We got Daniel Cummings, James Edens, Jacob Fields, Tanner Tomasi, a top 4 single file restart. They're off turn 2.
Yeah, single file, but the number 56 of James Edens running in that second spot. Third is Jacob Fields in 75. Then you have fourth, a nice battle between Tyler Sharm and Tanner Tomasi. The battle of the nines there, Phil. The 09 and the number 9. Ducharme down to the bottom trying to make something happen. That's the fourth and final transfer spot. Meanwhile, back up front, Daniel Cummings has a mirror full of James Edens and Jacob Fields in the 75. Almost 3 wide battle there for the race lead. That kind of settles down. Now it's a battle for second.
Sure is. Fields down to the inside of Edens, 75 versus 56. Throwback cars, some different numbers, styles I'm not used to. We're getting used to it. Todd's been here every week with it, and this is a lot of fun to come out here and kind of moonlight what I normally do on Thursday night. Come back in the dirt where we have a lot of fun. Cummings on the outside wall off of 2, but we got Edens and Fields. Fields slipped up there. Edens in a big move out up high. He's up to second. He may take a look to the low side of 3 and 4. Let's race for the lead.
You talk about Fields there, D1RT number 75 machine of Jacob Fields there. And he made the most passes last week, I swear. Coming through the field, Phil, I mean, he dropped back, he come back up through and had a fantastic run towards the end of it there in that number 75 machine. So he made a lot of passes last week. So look for him to be strong again here this week as he dives down to the bottom, almost trying to make a 3 wide there for the race lead. The 34 way up on the top shelf of the Speedway. That is Daniel Cummings Jr. here. We're going to get 3 to go at the line. Still a battle for second between the 56 of Edens and the 75 of Fields.
I'm not sure how much those guys want to race really hard because I'm watching this race for 4th going on, and Zach McSwain's got the Flintstone Flyer rolling the 42 of Jordan Casey. He's starting to roll as well. Last week's winner, they run 4th and 5th. That's going to be battling for a transfer spot, and that is 2 really good shoes. McSwain leads the way off of 4.
Some of my great camera angles, Phil. We're watching the left front pick up off the Flintstone Flyer F1 through the corner. Man, that's so awesome to watch. Love watching it in the dirt modified country up here. That's where I'm at least. And you see a lot of that. You see a lot of the left front picking up off the ground, and that's what's happening here with that Flintstone Flyer machine. But that number 42 of Jordan Casey keeps peeking down to the bottom, trying to take away that 4th and final transfer spot into the A main with 1 to go.
Yeah, white flags on the Speedway. That's going to be where the drama sits. It's going to be for that transfer. Top 3 have kind of run away. Edens now with the race lead. Looks like he's going to glance away from Daniel Cummings. Can Jake Fields make one more run through 3 and 4? James Edens going to pick up the win in heat number 2. Cummings going to hold on for second. Jacob Fields to grab third. And it's going to be Zach McSwain. He's going to hold on to that final transfer. Jordan Casey, Blake Cannon, Tanner Tomasi, Blake Brown, Tyler Ducharme, and DJ Kilinowski. They will all go off in our consolation rounds. We're halfway through qualifying, Todd. 2 heats in, 2 more remain.
As we get ready here for heat race number 3 coming to post starting on the pole. Driving the Wrangler number 3 machine. That will be Kevin Tedman aboard that machine, and outside of him will be Evan Say aboard the number 33. He's been fast the last couple of weeks in that number 33. Inside row number 2 in the 3rd starting spot, that'll be the 999 of Dylan Fox, and racing Jason Salter aboard the number 10, rolling off of position number 4. 5th starter sees the number 127 of Blake Majules, and outside of him the number 32, that is Daniel Powell. Inside row number 3, you'll see Clifford Driscoll aboard the 777, and his dancer part of the outside driving the number 19, that's Zach Novak. Inside row number 5, driving the number 71 machine, excuse me, that is Eric Scalf aboard the number 71. And shotgun on the field. Grant was supposed to be out here, Phil. I don't even see what number he was or anything like that. But Grant not out there, not answering the call. So we got 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. We'll take a top 4 into the main event. Yeah, Grant Rouse was out there. I believe it was car number 16, but looks like his car not going to make the call here. Qualified into this heavy server to get into, and not even out there for your qualifying chance. That kind of stinks, but you had to earn it to get out there. I guess that's an accomplishment in its own right. But we look to the front row. How about that Wrangler number 3? The Dirty Grass Soul Jam tonight here in Lakeland, Florida. Well, got to give a shout out to Kevin Dedman there, the guy with the golden pipes here from Dirty Grass Soul. Thank those guys for being a part of the jam here tonight. Thank you guys all for watching. And the lights are out around the Speedway, so in one quick trip around, we will go do some racing.
Yeah, and it's going to be Kevin Dedman, Evan Say. Then you got Dylan Fox, Jason Salter, and out there we're watching the chat box there, Phil. And a lot of good competitors in this heat race. Pretty stacked heat race, like any of the other ones. But it definitely a stacked one here too. I know Jason Salter was 3rd quick here tonight, Phil, in that number 10 machine, starting 4th.
That was a great run for him. But we look up there, he'll start on the outside of it said row number 2, and guys like Dylan Fox, guy who has won so many big races. But look at the front row, Kevin Dedman, Evan C. That is 2 really fantastic racer drivers. The whole 9-car field is. Let's go into the RacingGuyFlag.com green flag. It goes up in the air. And Kevin Dedman, that familiar number 3 Wrangler machine, he'll lead him down in the turn number 1 and 2.
Yeah, Dedman in that number 3 machine has the race lead. Dylan Fox right there. Evan C. aboard the number 33 machine, going immediately to the outside to try something different. Salter way up there too. And that number 10 machine letting her read up next to the wall. Here comes Zach Novak in that number 19 machine right now. He is in that 6th spot. Is a yellow flag going to fly, Phil, before we even complete one lap. Yellow, yellow, yellow. And I believe, I'm not sure who that was the cause of that one.
We'll go back and take a look-see here with the Full Velocity Racing Network instant replay. Brought to you by JMax Journeys, jmaxstrong.com, and it looks like it's the 777 of Cliff Driscoll that may have been involved in this one.
Yeah, and the 71 machine of Eric Skelf also involved. Is Skelf unfortunately got hooked there by the 777 of Clifford Driscoll. So tough break for those 2 drivers. Probably going to come down and get their quick repair, Phil, and restack and repack this field. It's going to be Kevin Dedman with the race lead here. No laps complete, so almost an original restart here, with the exception of 2 cars involved.
Yeah, absolutely right. They got a complete restart coming. Dedman C, Fox, Salter, Majulis will be our top 5. Daniel Powell, Zach Novak, Cliff Driscoll, Eric Skelf. That's going to be their running order for the top 9 cars on the Speedway. Hope you guys are all having a great night. You guys haven't done so already out there live on Full Velocity. Well, like our link out there. Help us share our link all over the place so everybody know what the Phil and Todd show, and Jack is on the controls, the A-team of the Full Velocity Racing Network. We are out here in a big way tonight here in USA, the Dirty Grass Soul Jam, Team VLR, Thursday Throwback Series. This has been a fun series to follow and watch, and I am tickled to come out here live on Thursday night with all of you guys and back up my partners and back in familiar settings here in dirt track racing. And so USA, I've always, been the guy who says, this place is really big. Not sure how it ever kind of fit in dirt racing at all, but I'll tell you what, we've seen some terrific races at this Speedway over the years.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen great racing, whether it's 3 stocks. I've seen some good modified races here, too. The late model races, it seems to perform. It's a really tricky track, though, to navigate, especially coming down into the corner, Phil. You have to set the car just right, and I've obviously not been able to master this track. I can't master a lot of the tracks here on iRacing, but definitely this is one of the tracks. It's probably one of the tougher ones that I have, besides Williams Grove, because of the layout of it.
Yeah, Grove has always been tough for me as well. That flat layout, and I'm not sure how it was designed for guys to hit that wall in the backstretch, but I've done it about 1 billion times. So somebody did something right. We're going to do something right now. That's going back to some green flag racing. Complete restart, but it did single file. Dedman going to leave Evan Say, and here comes Dylan Fox, that 999. He is down low digging as we head to turn 3.
And Dylan Fox trying to get around Evan C aboard the number 33 machine as he drifts up the track just a tad bit. The 999 and Dylan Fox down to the inside trying to make a battle of it for the 2nd spot. Blake Majulis is now up to 4th, the 4th and final transfer spot as he gets around the number 10 of Jason Salter. So again, it looks like it's going to be Fox and Say aboard the number 33 machine, duking it out for second. Now they maintain single file. Say now goes for the race lead, trying to get around Kevin Dedman.
Yeah, they are pretty close, nose to tail there. They were separated apart. They came to the corner. They were right nose to tail within a car length of each other. So this is good racing here. Dedman holding on now. Sagan to try the outside lane through 1 and 2. Maybe enough power to get alongside the 3 car. Well, maybe not. Really good run. He may have a shot down here in turn 3.
Yeah, fantastic run for that number 33 machine. Oh, contact, a little bit of contact there with Dylan Fox and Say, but they're able to keep it the right direction there, Phil. As I thought that was going to be an uproot there, but definitely able to back out, and those guys letting off each other and going to keep it second and third so far here.
I'm going to tell you what, I was on board with a 999 right there, and I'm not sure what he did wrong or could have did differently because he threw that car down there, and I don't think he thought the 33 would come down the way he did. The great racing by both of them. They keep the car straight. Now Evan takes the outside route through 3 and 4 as well. Loses a little bit of time in a 3 car, and Dylan Fox now, he will try it. They're both to the top lane off 2.
Yeah, both going to the top shelf of the Speedway with the popsicle sticks going to go up in the air here, Phil, this time around. So 2 more laps here around the USA International Speedway for the driver of the number 3 machine of Kevin Dedman. Dedman definitely has had a stranglehold here on the race lead. The 33, though, is starting to light it up on the outside. We'll see if he's going to be able to do anything with that number 3.
The 3-car Dedman going to lead the way, and this time through turns number 3 and 4. Lestano will put that white soak up in the air. 1 more trip around. They're getting after for the lead. I was back here checking on the legs of Blake Majulis, Daniel Powell, see if there was racing going on back there. Well, it's really not. Looks like the transfer will be quiet. It's anything but quiet for the race lead heading into turn 3.
Yeah, Kevin Dedman looks like he's going to take down, though, this heat race, Phil. When he gets through here, this corner, I think he's got enough of a breathing room here to be able to take this race win off of turn number 4. He's going to do so. Evan Say going to finish up second. Third going to go to Dylan Fox. Blake Majulis going to finish up in that 4th spot, the 4th and final transfer. The rest going to the consolation event. Powell, Salter, Driscoll, and Zach Novak, and Scalf, all those guys going to the consolations.
They are. That's going to be, those consies will be loaded. I will tell you what, they will be a lot of fun to watch. But we got 1 more round of qualifying heats left to go. Heat race number 4. Let's take a peek at our Voiles Trucking starting lineup. On the pole with car number 42, that'll be Virgil Graham. And alongside the number 22, that'll be Richard Spar. In row number 2, the number 926 is Barrett Bishop with the number 112. Alongside, slated to be Devin Morgan on the outside of row number 2. In the 3rd row, car number, it looks like 18 for the Randall Carter machine tonight. Looks like 18 there. Lewis Hewitt will be alongside. He is in car number 3. Or is it a 30? Tough to tell from a camera. That is number 3 on there. Next row back, we find the driver of car number 84. That is Clay Debin with the number 42 alongside of Adam Hubbarding. Want to make sure I got that one. Hubbarding aboard the number 42 and going shotgun on a 9-car field with car number 77. We welcome back Rob Fletcher. So there's the call for 9. I believe all 9 are out there. And I said, as the previous 3 races I've seen, the top 4 will race their way onto the main event. You need to earn your way through these servers, Todd, even get to this main server to get in. And for these gentlemen that may qualify into the A main, you would say big sigh of relief and probably feeling pretty accomplished doing so.
Yeah, it got to be a huge sigh of relief trying to get into the A main field. Just go over the quick top 10 in point standings here before we go to Green Flag Racing. Dylan Wilson has 191 points. He is your points leader. Kevin Dedman won 182. He is second in points. J.D. Brown 179. He is third. Blake Cannon 176. He is in fourth. Evan Say and 172 there in fifth. Virgil Graham is 167 in sixth. Jacob Fields 167, tied for the 6th spot there. Then you have Austin Carr. I did not make the field here tonight. Had 165. And Dylan Hauser 164 and Robert Fletcher 161. That's how close his point standings are. 30 points separating them.
That's not a lot at all. And with 100 and plus cars that may show up on a given week, yeah, there's. That's some big points. No, they also score points to the B server as well. Could I give a shout to KT King? I know he's out there. He admins the B server every week, and I hear the racing's been superb over there. I know we follow him a lot in the A server. Got to give a hats off to Mr. Weaver and Garrett up there doing a great job there in charge here tonight with Team VLR. But they are assembled. They are stacked. They are packed. They are ready to unload. The pace truck is going to make its way onto pit road. iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag in the air. Virgil Graham. He'll be the first to lead the field off into turn 1.
Yeah, that Coors light machine, the 42V of Virgil Graham. The bolt place on the side of that machine also at 42. Right now, your race leader second is Richard Spar. And that number 22 machine now goes way up to the top shelf of the Speedway. The Night Stalker, the number 0, Night Stalker, that is being driven by Barrett Bishop here tonight. And he is in second. There was a lot of contact back there with Lewis Hewitt, Phil. And that number 3 machine, that's enough to bring out the yellow flag, but Lewis Hewitt, all kinds of out of shape there, making contact with the 120 or 112 machine, excuse me. That is Devin Morgan, and Lewis Hewitt has a tore-up race car. And number 3 has had better nights.
He really has. Lewis Hewitt, that's a guy who's won many races here in iRacing, a world champion in his own right, and tough to see for our buddy from the land down under in Australia. Lewis Hewitt's going to be tore up here early in heat race number 4, so he's going to have a long way to go if he wants to make himself into the A main. Let him come down. We'll take their quick repair and get him restacked up, because I believe we completed, one lap of racing there, so I'm not sure, Todd. Now, listening to the in-race chatter, I'm not sure they do have a quick repair here in the heat races, so that may throw this one a little bit sideways for Mr. Hewitt.
I'm not sure is Lewis Hewitt just going to stay out there on the field here. We're going to be scored 8th here on the field. So, no, he's coming down on the pit road, probably to fix some damage at least there, Phil. As it comes down to the 8 of his pit crew, we'll see what happens there for that number 3 of Lewis Hewitt.
Yeah, he's down on pit road. So, I don't dispute there's a quick repair or not. I believe there is. Looking at what I've got here, I believe there is. I'm not sure why maybe it was gamesmanship between the drivers in there. No, you've been around sim races. You know how they are. They'll sometimes intentionally try to misinform you.
Brand new fenders and everything on there.
Yep, looks nice to me. Lewis Hewitt going to rejoin. Car's going to be all good, and he's a wheelman. If you ever watch that guy drive, Todd, that guy knows how to get around these racetracks when they're slick and tacky. I think Lewis Hewitt's got a good chance anybody else come from the back and steal one of these transfers.
Yeah, definitely going to be quick. We'll see what happens to him as your race leader, like you said, Virgil Graham, then you have Barrett Bishop here running in that second spot. Third is Richard Spar and Randall Carter. And that number 18 machine right now holding on to the final transfer spot. And that number 18 machine. Then you got Devin Morgan, who's one spot out in the 112 that Union First, number 112 machine running in that 5th spot. Then you have 6th place. 6th place being held down by Clay Debin there in that number 84. Then Robert Fletcher and the Ashby's number 77 machine in that 7th spot. Then you got the number 42. So there's a couple 42s here in the field. Adam Omerding in that number 42 machine running in the 8th spot. And Lewis Hewitt's going to have a long way, like you said, Phil. Well, he's sneaky good there. We'll see if he can make it back up through the field here into one of them transfer spots.
You're absolutely right, but they get a single file restart, 1 lap complete. Virgil Graham's going to lead Barrett Bishop in that flying number 0. Barrett's not a 0, but that 0 looks hella good on the side of that race car. We go back to green flag racing. Graham going to lead him down there. Bishop, you look right behind. It's Richard Spar with 22. Nose to tail as they exit turn 2.
Yeah, Spar right now in that number 22 machine on the top shelf of the Speedway. Then you have Barrett Bishop, the Night Stalker, in that 2nd spot, going to try to track down Virgil Graham. And that 42 machine, we'll see if the 42V is going to be able to hold on here. He moves immediately to the top shelf of the Speedway there through 3 and 4. He dives down off into 1. He's down into the middle to the top side of the Speedway. So a little bit of a group from heat race to heat race. Then you got Barrett Bishop, like I said, running in that 3rd spot. Richard Spar running in 3rd. And then you have Randall Carter running in 4th, so good battle going on there. Not sure what happened with Lewis Hewitt. It's showing him the race leader. We know that's not correct.
Yeah, that's a little weird right there. I think that may have been a game of somebody tried to clear a black flag, gave a lap, and I think 2 guys may have did it, somehow got him ahead. I think they'll fix that, but Virgil Graham does lead. Barrett Bishop, Randall Carter, Richard Spar holding on for the final transfer. I'm watching Clay Devin, the number 84. Clay starting to wheel that car. He's to the low side, racing with a transfer 2, 3, and 4.
And Clay Devin at number 84 trying to get around the number 22 of Richard Spar. Spar right now holding on to it, but Devin right there on the bottom. Here comes the 112 too, also into the fray. That's Devin Morgan. Morgan trying to do something too, almost trying to make it 3 wide for the final transfer spot. As these guys keep duking it out there. Lewis Hewitt slow on the bottom there, almost caused her up. There goes 18 around 22. All involved in that one, Phil. I'm not sure if the checkup from the number 3 down on the bottom trying to let everybody by caused that one, Phil, because everybody was trying to get up and out of the way, not to hit Lewis Hewitt down on the bottom.
Yeah, I think that was I think the administration may have gotten a box there, and a 3 car was doing the gentleman thing and trying to pull over and Sometimes you get around to these racetracks, Todd, at 22 sub-seconds a lap, the speed they're going. There's not a whole lot of places to go away, but I'll tell you what, our second yellow flag on this one here in heat race number 4, and I think that was a checkup involved there that got on the 22 car back of the 18, the 12 car of Morgan also involved, and I think it was all the checkup. Lewis Hewitt was trying to do the right thing, and unfortunately tore up some good race cars.
Yeah, it was what you call what we call, Phil, a knee-jerk reaction down there in the corner for some of those drivers, seeing him slow on the bottom. Some of them they may have made it through the corner, but they're like, oh man, I don't have enough room, and it just has that reaction in the corner, and then that's what caused that pile up over there.
What I call that? I call that Saturday night, a knee-jerk reaction, throwing the wheel to the right and left, and you probably shouldn't, and get involved in something. Yeah, been there, done that.
You definitely have a split second to think, though, and that's what's tough about dirt track racing sometimes is you just got to think, and hopefully I've ended up on my roof, Phil, by thinking, oh man, that guy's braking in front of me, I'm going to go to the outside, and yeah, lo and behold, he pulls to the outside, and into the wall I go, and up the side of his car, and upside down I go. So I know all about those knee-jerk reactions.
I've heard racing called the thinking game more times than not, and if I've learned anything over all the years I've been around the sport, I don't care if asphalt, dirt, whatever it may be, I've always found when a race car driver has time to process a thought, it usually ends up bad. And I think that's what happened right there. You had that knee-jerk reaction, that split second to think about it. Sometimes the brain tells your eyes and your hands do something different, and it's a process of right there. Sometimes, Todd, they say athletes are best when they don't have to think. They can just react. I think that's what you said. They thought right there, and I think that's where the checkup happened, and sometimes race car drivers, just like announcers, we don't really like to think. We just like to go out there and do it.
Yeah, that's something we got to do is go out there and do it, and that's how we come up with some of the best announcing slogans that we have out here on the Full Velocity Race Network.
It's completely by accident most of the time too, but that's it. That makes you stick out with the best of the best. You come up with weird things, but nothing weird about going back to some green flag racing. 5 laps complete as we go to the line. Virgil Graham going to lead the way. Barrett Bishop, now Clay Debbin up to third, and Devin Morgan, they'll be door-to-door for third off the back chute.
Yeah, Devin Morgan on the outside. Clay Devin running in fourth. Morgan now moving up to the third spot, but Devin not going away without a fight, working over the bottom side. And then number 84 as they go side by side for the third spot. You don't want to race too hard because right there's Randall Carter. And then number 18, Machine Phil, he's lurking in the shadows. He can steal one of these transfer spots.
Certainly can. That car is plenty quick off, too. As Devin washed up a little bit there, got a little tight to the middle of the corner. 12 car of Morgan around. Now it's Clay Devin who may be in trouble because Randall Carter, number 18, he may have had to go to the back. That car is digging. He is on a rail. He's looking to the low side, racing for a transfer as we hit a turn 1. I believe we got 2 laps or 1 lap remaining.
Yeah, as we're getting ready here, like you said, 1 lap to go here for the number 42, Virgil Graham, and he disappears off my screen. He reappears now. Thought the aliens were going to duck him here on the last lap as we come through turn number 4. These guys full throttle off the corner. It's going to be Virgil Graham taking down the win. Second going to go to Barrett Bishop. And Devin Morgan finishing up third, and Clay Devin getting your final transfer spot. And there, that number 84 machine, and Randall Carter, and Robert Fletcher, all those guys going to consolation events.
We've got 2 consolation events coming up at you. They are going to be 10 laps around the top 4. 4 has been the magic number. That is going to go over to the main event. I want to say thanks to all you guys for tuning in. The chatter has been phenomenal. I'm watching out there on Facebook, watching it just kind of go by, zooming. You see, so Tubbs has been out there. Chris Trudeau's been out there. Chris McGuire's out there. Our buddy C-Mac, Cody McKnight. We'll see Cody a week from tonight out there, scheduled to be at Sebring with the GT3 cars. So we'll catch up with Cody along the next couple of days. Tim Roberts out there watching as well, saying this looks awesome. Oh, God, dirt racing and iRacing, Todd, doesn't get much better than this. This is awesome.
No, definitely. We do some asphalt racing. We watch some asphalt racing. We announce some asphalt racing. Definitely 2 different worlds here, and definitely dirt racing is where it's at. It's where I've grown up. Although unfortunately I've got a lot of asphalt races too, Phil. It's I guess racing on general I enjoy. It doesn't matter what it is. You're correct. Asphalt is to get there, but I still watch the racing. If the dirt track's rained out and I'm going to have to support a local track and it's asphalt, I guess I'm going to have to go there because that's the only track open.
You got to support short track racing. I don't care what discipline. Pavement, dirt. We're all racers. We're all in it together. We'll race on gravel. We'll race on anything. I've seen guys race on grass. Not usually a smart thing to do, but hasn't ended well. But yeah, let's take a look at our starting lineup for B main number 1, presented by Voiles Trucking. On the pole with car number 15, the Missile. Mason Crawford with number 34 alongside. That is Daniel Powell. The 9 car starts off third. That is Joe Berkeley with number 777 alongside of Cliff Driscoll. 28 car starts off fifth. That is Mike McKinney with the number 10 alongside of Racing Jason Salto. The number 22 will start next. That is Chris McGuire with the number 19 of Zach Novak. He will start off position number 8. 9th starter with car number 6. That'll be Josh Phillips, the number 71 of Eric Scalf. He will start in position number 10 and going shotgun on an 11-car field. A guy with a ton of talent, that number 44 starting in last. That is Shane James coming from position number 11. Only the top 4 go to the main event, but unlike heats, they got 10 laps around versus 8, so 10 extra laps of fun. 2 extra laps where trouble could be lurking around any corner.
Yeah, it's going to be rather interesting to see what's going to happen here. You don't forget to go out there, share our link, and see what's going to happen. Let everybody know. Full Velocity Racing Network is live and in charge here tonight. Let everybody know. Share that link out there. Let them know Facebook Live. That's where you want to tune in. As the iRacing flag, green flag comes out for Mason Crawford there. The Missile in that number 15 machine. He is your race leader in Ford transfer on into the main. Daniel Powell running in the second spot. Joe Berkeley running third, but a good battle now as Berkeley tries to slide up in front. He's going to wrestle the second spot away from Powell. Put Berkeley to the second spot. Third now is Daniel Powell. Mike McKinney, that number 28 machine. He is running in as the 4th spot. And then Clifford Driscoll, the 777, going to battle with the number 0 machine. That is Chris McGuire.
Yeah, but Todd, unfortunately, we have a yellow on the Speedway. Yellow flag number 1 of B main number 1, Hard Ass Racing. T-Bar Motorsports, yellow flag number 1. First time in this one. And let's take a look at it's the replay brought to you by jbackstrong.com. And let's see who may have been involved.
Josh Phillips.
Josh Phillips and Shane James, it looks like. That may have been 2 cars.
Yep, Eric Scalf, Josh Phillips, Shane James. All involved in that one, Phil.
3 good race car drivers right there. Tore up on the opening lap. A little check over there. I see what happened there. This kind of got a little bit hot. And 44 car to jump on the binders. Think that was a little bit too quick, and that's our yellow flag here. And good news is the caution flag laps do not count, so I'll get wrestled up. They'll have ample and equal amount of time to get up front, but Mason Crawford, just as we look out here to chat, and Corey Stanton said Mason's going to go out there and win B main number 1. So far, I'm a fan. Corey may get his money back on this one.
We're going to have to see what's going to happen there, Phil. It looks like there's some other things going on here. I'm just looking at some different things in the chat boxes. My chat decided to change.
I see Jeff Brown's out there. Yep. Hey, Jeff. We don't have a hey yet tonight, but we'll say hit our buddy Jeff Brown over at iRacingIFlag.com. I'll tell you what, you don't have an iFlag, you need to get one, because if you don't, you should probably uninstall your stuff, sell all your stuff, because you shouldn't be sim racing altogether. You need to get to iRacingIFlag.com today, buy some of the great peripheral work. And get some of Jeff's out-of-stock material. Even the coronavirus, Todd, is affecting sim racing. Jeff's product is all backed up. We can't have Jeff backed up. The guy's the best.
Yeah, they need to get back to work rather quickly. We need to sell some iFlags. Bill, we got to call them. Got to call the government. Chinese government, for that matter. Can you talk Chinese? You better brush up on it. All right.
I'm glad we have Jack there. I can't speak Chinese, but I know lately I think I've eaten way too much of it, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be speaking Chinese or fall sick here in the next couple of days. I'm just getting over getting sick. Still not even over it. So I want to think about maybe going there again. But you know what? I think we're all ready to lock and load. Believe lights are out around the Speedway, and we're going to go back to racing here in B main number 1. Mason Crawford leading Joel Berkeley, Daniel Powell, Mike McKinney, and Cliff Driscoll will be our top 5 as we go back to green.
Yeah, back to Green Flag Racing and the Missile Mason Crawford. Joe Berkeley running in the second spot. He's trying to do everything he can to try to reel in that number 15 machine. Daniel Powell running in that third spot. Mike McKinney again running in fourth, but here comes the 777 and Clifford Driscoll down to the bottom, and the 0 machine of McGuire. Those guys trying to fight it out for the fourth and final transfer.
I was trying to figure out that was another 0. That is Chris McGuire. No, yeah, I should know better. McGuire is 0. Yeah, it makes sense. That's a cool-looking car by TVR number 0 car down to the low side. Number 28 of Mike McKinney and Cliff Driscoll there. The 777. We're about 3 wide for third over in 3.
Yeah, about 3 wide for the third spot there. Now Driscoll has the final transfer spot. He has got a mirror full, though, of the 28, still not going away with Mike McKinney. And McGuire right there now looking to the bottom, trying to make things happen. And don't cut out Salter either. He's starting to come into the fray.
Yeah, Salter's got that car figured out. 10 car doing a really good job. Let's see if he can't race his way into the transfer spot. Mason Crawford, he is leading this one. He paced this group tonight here in qualifying, leads by a full second off the 4th turn. Looks like he's got this one checked out and gone. Joe Berkeley doing a good job. The 9 car currently running in second. 3 car lengths back to Daniel Powell's number 34 running the low side. The drama is back there for that 4th and final transfer. Mike McKinney is there. Chris McGuire is all over the bottom end of the racetrack. We're door to door for 4th off of 4.
And you got Powell, McGuire, then McKinney. Those cars running tight together. One of those guys right now chancing it to try to make it into the A main here tonight. And the 28 right now on the outside looking in. Is McGuire able to move in around that number 28 machine? Now has to back out of it again. Now back to 5th is McGuire. Here comes that number 28 now to the outside. So we're going to see what's going to happen here, Phil. 3 to go at the line.
I'm going to tell you what, this racetrack seems to be getting a little bit rutted out a little bit. The high lane doesn't dominate. The low side's out there. These guys are really searching. Running room, McKinney bounced off the wall off of 2. That may open the door for McGuire to vacate the space down low. And that's for that transfer. So McGuire and McKinney, they're going to get after it. Give it to the 0 off of 4.
Yeah, McGuire really making a dig on the bottom as the 28 of McKinney made another mistake, costly mistake on the outside of the Speedway. Now trying to fight back there and able to try to get around the 0 of McGuire. As McGuire now goes to battle with the 32 of Powell, trying to get out of that bubble spot there as we have 2 to go.
2 laps remaining for the missile. Mason Crawford off of turn number 3 and 4, and he'll be greeted by the white flag from the starter. One more trip around. 15 seems to be motoring away. He's got a stranglehold. Berkeley's got second all wrapped up. The race is back here for third on back. Powell looks like he may be comfortable. It's McGuire and McKinney. That's what the drama is going to be as we head to 3 for the final time.
As they beat and bang just a tad bit there as Powell now drifts way up the track, going to leave the door wide open. Mason Crawford going to take down the win, Joe Berkeley. And you have Chris McGuire 3 wide to the start-finish line. Looks like McGuire, I think, nipped Powell at the line. I do believe. No,
he didn't.
He didn't. 0.008 between those two. So it's Daniel Powell and McGuire going on. Looks like McKinney not going to make the A main.
McKinney not going to make it. Cliff Driscoll, Zach Novak, Jason Salter, Josh Phillips, Shane James, Eric Scalf. They do not race their way into the A main. So as we move now out of the B main number 1, well, we've got a stacked lineup of 12 ready for B main number 2.
Yeah, B main number 2 going to go away like this, starting out in the pole, driving the number 42 machine. That will be Jordan Casey. His day as a part of the outside, driving the number 18. That is Randall Carter. Inside row number 2, the number 44 machine. That is Blake Cannon. And Adam Homerding aboard the number 42 machine. Going to roll off position number 4. 5th Starter Series, Tanner Tomasi aboard the number 09 machine. And outside him, Robert Fletcher. And that number 77. Rolling off 7th out in the field, the number 74, Blake Brown, and Richard Spar rolling off in 8th. Tyler Descharme rolls off in that 9th spot, and then Lewis Hewitt aboard that number 3 machine, going to roll off in position number 10. 11th starter, we'll see DJ Kalinowski aboard the K9.
All right, so what is that? 11 cars on 12 going to make it. We're going to go 10 cars out there. 10. I can't count. 10. And whatever I just did, I need to fix. I'm going to give it back to you, Todd. I'm not sure exactly what I just did.
Tanner Tomasi not making it to 22, slowing down here on the pace lap. Not sure what that was all about. Spar goes right down to the infield, has damage on that car. I'm not sure if Spar just all of a sudden just, he hit the wall. Just ran it right into the wall. Not sure if the throttle stuck on that 22 machine. Already down on pit road here. So bad luck already for the 22. Richard Spar. Like I said, Spar down on pit road, Phil.
I somehow hit a button, ended up in his car, and he was on the pit lane. I got all confused. Like, well, I thought I broke something. Nope, maybe not. Spar did hit the wall. He's down to the pits, and he may miss his chance here because we are half a lap away or a lap away from putting these guys under the green flag for B main number 2. The final chance of these drivers to qualify into tonight's 40-lap main event, the Dirty Grass Soul Jam at the USA International Speedway. Team VLR, Thursday Night Throwback Series. Thank these guys at Team VLR. Thank Charlie Milner from Milner Media Design. I got to tell you what, I am a fan of this Full Velocity Racing Network Throwback look he put together. The vibe is in the house, and I'm glad we're in the house, and we're about to get at it. 8 or 10 more trips around. Who are the top 4 of these 10 cars going to be?
As the iRacing flag, green flag comes out, and I thought they were going to stack it up here on the initial start of that one. Jordan Casey in the 42 leading the charge down into turn number 1. Randall Carter hot on his heels there. In that second spot, here comes another number 44 down to the bottom. That is Blake Cannon, a stack to be made, Phil.
It really is stacked as they exit and launch off the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. The 44 of Blake Cannon, as you said, there in that third spot as we exit complete lap number 1. Jordan Casey going to lead the way. Over now, Blake Cannon, Randall Carter back there in third. Blake Brown and Tyler Ducharme. That's a terrific battle for fourth there as we range down the back chute.
Yeah, they're having a fantastic race there. Blake Cannon, Randall Carter now having a fantastic race too. They were 3 wide there momentarily while you were watching, but Ducharme right there knocking on the door with Blake Brown. As Brown right now holding on to the final transfer spot. But here comes Tyler Ducharme down to the bottom. The Bob McCready look-alike there, the throwback scheme. The Kitty Drugs number 9 machine down to the inside, side by side for the final transfer.
They are getting after it for the final transfer. Ducharme there at number 9 to the low side of Blake Brown. We're door to door. Thought the 9 may slide up the hill, but Blake's got that motor dig on the outside lane. It's a drag race. We'll still battle out. Who wants that transfer? They both do. Only one can get it. It's Brown. He's still the top lane. Give him the spot off of 2.
Yeah, you're talking about Brown and Ducharme. You got Lewis Hewitt right now into the picture, too. He's moved himself up into the 6th spot, so he's a key player now. Here comes Ducharme down to the bottom once again, trying to get around Blake Brown. Right there directly in front of both those guys, though, Phil. The number 18, Randall Carter, has fallen back into the clutches of the 4th and 5th driver.
He really has, but Carter doing a great job, and they continue to make around the 18 as they continue to duke it out there between Brown and Ducharme. 74 versus 9. We look up front, really nothing to report. Jordan Casey is kind of run away from teammate buddy Blake Cannon right behind there, number 44. Then you got Carter. There's that awesome battle there between Brown and Ducharme. Lewis Hewitt's right there. That may become a 3-car battle for that final transfer spot as Hewitt is there. Nose to tail now off of 2. Give it to Ducharme.
And Ducharme now into the 4th and final transfer spot, able to get around Blake Brown there in the 74B machine as he's now going to the outside. Now Ducharme sets sail here for the number 18 of Randall Carter. See if he's going to be able to get around and probably take some of the heat off of that number 9 machine. As right there is Blake Brown and Lewis Hewitt. Those guys both breathing down the neck. It's Blake Brown into the wall.
It was a hard hit there to the right rear. Carter got stuck on the fence and almost wonder if something broke on the race car. It really decelled when it did hit the wall. Open the door. Lewis Hewitt sneaks around the number 3 car down there, and that may now put him up to 5th, but it looks like the number 9, the Ducharme, may be comfortable, Todd, as we're running down a lap. So we're going to go white flag. Or 2 to go here next time by 10 laps here. We're getting 2 to go this time. Looks like Ducharme's got some clear track around, and that's where he wants to be because he currently sits in that final transfer spot.
As Popsicles going to come out for the driver, the number 42, Jordan Casey. Blake Cannon running in that 2nd spot, trying to track down the race leader here. Randall Carter running in 3rd, but here comes Tyler Ducharme down to the bottom, side by side for that 3rd spot as they enter the back straightaway. Ducharme trying to do everything again. He wants to get another position better there. Well, Randall Carter, I question though, Phil. Those guys are pretty much gapped there. The 5th runner there, the number 3 of Lewis Hewitt. How much do you really want to race and take yourself out of a transfer? As now Jordan Casey hitting the bottom apron there. But 1 lap to go as they enter the back straightaway.
Got 1 more to go, and Jordan Casey leads Blake Cannon down the back chute. We haven't talked about the top 2 at all in B main number 2, but we're in the 3 and 4 for the final time. Jordan Casey, he's got 3 car lengths, and he claims the checkered flag in B main number 2. Casey to victory lane. Cannon to get 2. Carter going to grab 3rd. It's going to be Tyler Ducharme. They were racing hard. They'll hold on for transfers. We're going to send the likes of Lewis Hewitt, Blake Brown, Adam Hummerding, Rob Fletcher, DJ Kilinowski That's the list of drivers included that are going to go awful tonight. That is some really good drivers, but we only got 24 we can take, and we have a 24 set for our main event.
And 24 cars strong here for the Throwback Series here, the VLR Throwback Series that is here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. But before we get to the main racing action, Phil, I'm going to send it down trackside for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we're back here live, the Dirty Grass Soul Jam 40-lap feature event. We're rolling ready for green, Tom. Let's get to our starting lineup.
And now your Royals Trucking starting lineup here. Starting on the pole, driving the number 14. That'll be J.D. Brown. Outside of him, James Edens aboard the number 56.
Kevin Dedman starts third. He is in car number 3 with the 42 alongside of Virgil Graham.
The H2 rolling off in 5th, the number 2, Dylan Hauser. Then you got the 34 of Daniel Cummings Jr. rolling off 6th.
Evan Say starts 7th. He is in car 33 with the number 0 of Barrett Bishop rolling off 8th.
Rolling off 9th will be the 66 of the Big Monkey Rocky Battenfield, and the 75 of Jacob Fields in 10th.
999 will start 11th tonight. That is Dylan Fox with Devin Morgan aboard car number 12, starting 12th.
Starting 13th will be Colton Davis there in the number 29, and outside of him, Zach McSwade aboard the Flintstone Flyer F1.
The 127 rolls off 13th. That'll be Blake Majulis, number 84 of Clay Devin, rolling off 16th.
Inside row number 9 will be the Missile Mason Crawford, the number 15, and then Jordan Casey aboard the 42 and 18th.
Joe Berkeley starts with car number 9 for position number 19. 20th starter, car number 44, Blake Cannon.
Daniel Powell in row number 11, and the number 32, Randall Carter in the 37th. Then you have Chris McGuire and Tyler Descharme there, Phil. That completes your 24-hour car field here at the USA International Speedway. The field is ready to light the wick, light the fire off of turn number 4. iRacing.com pace truck. The Chevy Silverado going to pull down to the infield as he speeds away. We're getting ready to go green flag racing out of turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
iRacing, iFlag.com, green flag in the air. We are racing 40 green flag laps around the U.S. International 3/4 mile. J.D. Brown going to lead him down to turn number 3 as we work on lap number 1. The race for second, James Edens, Kevin Dedman getting loose. You look to the outside. Here comes Dylan Hauser.
There's the 56. Edens makes huge contact on the outside wall. That stacks up the number 34 machine. While Daniel Cummings Jr. behind him. But J.D. Brown, your race leader in the 14. Kevin Dedman running in second. Third is the number H2 machine of Hauser. Not only power moves to the outside, he gets around the 3 of Dedman.
He sure does, doing a great job there. Hauser around Dedman, Evans Say currently running in fourth. Great battle going on here. 5th, 6th on back to 75 of Jacob Fields, Virgil Graham, the 999 of Dylan Fox. Good racing 5th, 6th, and 7th, but J.D. Brown, he'll lead the way down the back chute.
Yeah, J.D. Brown doing a fantastic job there. And the number 14 machine trying to run away and hide here. Dylan Hauser running in position number 2. Dedman still running 3rd. Evans Say and the 75 go to battle. That is Jacob Fields down to the inside, side by side for the 4th and 5th spot between the 75 and the 33.
Now, Todd, I wonder how this track's going to run in all night long. Right now, it looks like low side's the place to go to make your passes. Jacob Fields down there around Evans Say now put him up to the 4th spot. But what do you think? Are we going to see low side dominant track all night long? Or are we going to see this thing start to float up high?
I think you're going to see it float up high, too, as you're seeing still Dylan Hauser running to the outside, too. So Hauser able to hold on to that 2nd spot, running the outside group. Dylan Fox now moving up to the 6th spot in the 999 machine. And then you have Virgil Graham right there, too. But Fox looks to the inside of Say. Not able to do anything there. He's trying to peek himself inside the top 5. Well, Fox right now holding on to that 6th spot.
And he's got 3 car lengths to make up down at turn number 3 and 4 is Evans Say. Dylan Fox there. James Evans at 56. He slides way up the speedway there. May open the door for the likes of Virgil Graham. He has dropped back to 8th and 9th. But we look at this good battle. Say holding on. Dylan Fox, he'll try to get off the exit of turn 2.
Dylan Hauser, the fastest lap around here last time by, Phil. He was running the outside. It was a 22.805 over J.D. Brown's 22.921. So Hauser's found something on the outside. He's going to have to see if he's going to be able to catch J.D. Brown, though, as those guys almost say it's pretty close in lap time. Just a tick faster is Hauser on the outside.
I'll tell you what, and we usually don't talk about it here in dirt track racing, but I think in a big speedway like USA, I think we don't talk enough about clean air. Dirty air here in a dirt track. I'm not sure it's really a thing, but I think that clean air for J.D. Brown, it may be to his benefit right now as these guys behind starting to look for position. He's got clear sailing. He needs to pick his groove.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be rather interesting here because right now it looks like everything down on the bottom, as you're seeing Hauser come off of the top shelf to the bottom there, catfishing along with the 14 of J.D. Brown. So Dedman also down to the bottom too. And the number 3 machine is a 75 of Fields trying to get around him too, but not able to pull off that pass on the inside. So pretty much single file here, Bill, on lap number 9 already. Down to the bottom here it is, but we'll see if the top shelf comes in here a little bit later.
We'll have to wait and see for sure, but Todd, we look at the back part of the top 10. There's some good racing going on back here. Devin Morgan with car number 12. We got the 34 back there. Daniel Cummings, Jordan Casey, the 42, and Barrett Bishop in the 0. Those guys all nose to tail, but they are really close together, and they're all looking for running room as we're side by side there. There's that Morgan down to the low side. Cummings up high, door to door off of 2.
You're talking about Morgan Casey. You got Graham right there, Daniel Cummings Jr. and the number 34 machine looking to the outside of Jordan Casey, not able to complete the passes. Casey got the preferred groove as of right now. That's towards the bottom. We'll see if Jordan going to march through himself through the field in that number 42 machine, kind of like he did last week there, Phil. We'll see if Casey's got what it takes here in the long green flag run that we got going here. We're on lap 11 here of 40, and the number 14 is putting on a clinic so far, 1.216 ahead of Dylan Hauser in the H2. Kevin Dedman still running in 3rd, as now the guys are starting to migrate to the top shelf of the Speedway. Dylan Fox now inside the top 5 in that 999, so keep an eye out for Dylan Fox.
Absolutely right. When he's in a server, you always look where that 999 is. He's doing a great job, and you said this racetrack's starting to slide up to the top lane a little bit more. I've been back here following along the battle with Morgan. Jordan Casey's 42, Virgil Graham's number 42. There's a couple of 9s out there, Top, but there was an awful lot of 42s. There's 2 of them, a pair of them. Casey versus Graham running back here for the 9th spot off of 4.
Now you're watching Casey Graham there, the 42V and the number 42 machine of Jordan Casey. Casey down to the bottom there in that 42 with the red machine there. The D1RT number 42 able to complete the pass on Graham. And that puts Graham back to the 9th spot. Meanwhile, up front, we're watching these guys start to catch Dylan Hauser, too. The 75 of Jacob Fields has moved into that 3rd spot there, Phil. Now he's going to go to work on the H2 of Dylan Hauser. Something going amiss there on the setup, I do believe, on Hauser's machine.
I'm not so sure if his setup is going away or Fields' car may be that good, because he went around Kevin Dedman a lap ago on the inside. That car stuck like a dream. Pick up the gas, and I just rode him around, and you see right there, he's going to keep it glued to the inside off 3 and 4. Yeah, Hauser's car may not be able to stay down, but it looks like he was early on set up high. Racetrack would be going away for 2, but it's definitely coming to Fields. He's down to the low side, racing for 2nd off of 2.
Yeah, what I was saying though is Dedman also catching Hauser too. So those guys all pretty much caught the H2 machine. So like you said, it could have been set up for the outside and not the bottom. And Hauser right now going back to immediately to the outside. He's going with what was working for him here. But that number 75 machine again, Jacob Fields looking back to the bottom of Hauser. Good battle going on there. The 999 of Dylan Fox also having a good battle with Dedman. That's a battle for the 4th spot.
A really good battle. They were really close to 1 and 2, and I thought for a second the 3 car may have gone for a set, and they go at it again. Look how close those cars are. They don't touch. That is what great short track racing looks like right there. 2 of the best to do it. Dedman versus Fox. They still race for the 4th spot. Oh, look at Fox to the low side. They almost made contact that time.
And Dylan Fox doing a fantastic job there with Dedman. Also, the H2 of Hauser starting to slip back into the clutches of Dedman and Fox. As Dylan Hauser, makes contact to the outside wall. Some pretty hard contact, Phil. It bent the right side of that H2 machine. That's going to cause a little bit of a hiccup there for his setup. As now here comes Dedman down to the bottom. He left the door wide open as Dedman trying to kick it straight through.
Certainly is. Yeah, let's see if that 2 car really got upset. He's been stuck on the outside lane where that really shiny dirt is. I don't think it's really working for him right now, but you know what? If he keeps at it here, Todd, over the course of a 40-lap main event, which we're already approaching halfway, we're going to put 20 on the board next time by. But if this racetrack starts to go up high, we've seen Dylan Hauser win a lot of races here in the last couple of months. He may be thinking this track goes up high. He may have something there that other drivers may not have. It may not be a bad strategy after all to have the car set thrown up high.
No, I don't think it is because everybody else right now working the bottom. You can see a lot of ruts starting to form. The bumps on the front straightaway are extreme. As that number 3 of Kevin Dedman now back to the bottom of the H2 again is trying to get around Dylan Hauser. Great battle going on now for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot there. Don't count out either the Evan Say machine. Evan right now running 6th.
He's done a really good job, the 33 car, but I want to make mention, Todd, as we have clips halfway now, 21 laps of 40 onto the board. The number 14 car up front. Give some love to the race leader, J.D. Brown. 3 seconds flat last time by in a group with Fields and Hauser, Dedman, Fox. Hey, Eden's behind. That 14 car is money.
Yeah, J.D. Brown doing a fantastic job. Jacob Fields going to try to run him down, though, Phil. We'll see if he's going to be able to do so. Last time by, was able to bring it down to 2.9, but this time 3.1. So as he caught Brown, he reeled him in, and Brown just put the distance back on him there. And the number 75 machine is Hauser and Dedman still going at it there, Phil. You got to wonder, though, they're starting to lose sight of the number 75 of Jacob Fields as they continue to go side by side. Fox right there, too. And the 999, if one of these guys can get it by, are they going to be able to track down to top 2, though?
I'm not exactly sure. As you said, they're racing really hard for 3rd. That's allowed Fields to walk away the 75. He's gapped that group by a full 2 seconds, Fox. So now Fields can certainly start to reel him in at the race lead, but it's been pretty stable up there. Fox to the low side of Dedman. Those guys are really going at it. Give Fox the spot. Here comes Evan Say. You said 33 car not going away. He is there.
Yeah, the 33 of Evan Say down to the bottom, and watch Fox there. In that 999 machine, he was in the B main server last week, so that's definitely something that Fox was able to make the qualifying run. Now goes the battle here with the H2 for the 3rd spot. Dylan Fox working over Dylan Hauser, the Dylan and Dylan show here. A good battle going on for 3rd and 4th. Here comes that 999. It looks like he has the power on the low side, but Dylan Fox the 3rd.
That car is digging, motoring around. He's by Hauser. Say's made himself around Dedman. And Jordan Casey's number 42, Todd. We saw him charging early. Well, he just got around James Eden. So now you look, Jordan Casey's to the inside of Kevin Dedman. That's a good 3-car race for the 6th spot now as we exit turn 4.
Yeah, Jordan Casey able to move into the 6th spot as Dedman just slipping up there. And that number 3 machine now dropping all the way back there to the 6th spot as he's still duking it out with Jordan Casey. But Casey has really come through the field in the number 42 machine as he still goes to work on Dedman, so good battle going on there. Dylan Fox right now holding on to the 3rd spot. We're going to see if he can track down the top 2, Phil. He's starting to pull away from Dylan Hauser in the H2.
Yeah, and just to echo what you said, Jordan Casey, the biggest gainer of the event so far, started 18th, running in the 6th spot as we're now 27 laps old of a 40-lap main event, all green flag laps. The story here so far has been that number 14, J.D. Brown, leads the field by 3.2 seconds last time by. Jacob Fields sitting in 2nd. And then this racing that has been going on back there for 3rd. It's kind of tame right now. It looks like Dylan Fox may have ultimately been the best car of that group, but now you look behind.
There goes Hauser.
Houses around, and that may, yeah, indeed it does. That big lead for JD Brown, it is gone. Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag on the Speedway, a lap 28, and they were getting after it back there. I think, I hate to say it, but it felt like a matter of time. Something was going to break loose.
Yeah, the 33 of Evan Say gets into the H2 machine. I don't know if he had help there from the 42 of Jordan Casey, but there was good hard racing down into the corner there. They're all fighting for the same inch of real estate there as they were coming down, and it was just tough. All those guys involved. The H2 of Dylan Hauser getting the worst end of that deal. He does a 360, almost could keep it going there, Phil. He come to a stop there just a little bit, and then he refired back up, but tough break for Dylan Hauser. He's going to go to the tail, but another tough break, though, as we were talking about that, the 14 of J.D. Brown. 3 seconds, gone in a heartbeat like that.
Gone. And you know that's also going to open the door for a guy like Jacob Fields. They were running pretty close to equal lap time, so now you put the 75 car. I believe we're going to go single file restarts. I believe I say that with a question mark. Evan Say going to go to the rear of the field as well, the contact there with 2 cars. So that's 2 fast bullets to the back, but you said J.D. Brown up there. You've got Jacob Fields. Now you maybe open the door for Dylan Fox. That 999 came to life. And it looks like it's going to be Jordan Casey going to restart 4th. Last week's winner. We know Jordan's got a bunch of talent behind the wheel of that race car.
Yeah, definitely a lot of talent there. We'll see what he's going to be able to do here as Jordan Casey coming through the field here, Phil. He come through, let's take a look here to see where he actually started here. Did Jordan Casey, I believe
18th.
He started 19th. 19th, well, 18th. He fell all the way back to 19th. And made his way back all the way up to the 4th spot. So as he started 18th, he fell back to that 19th for a split second, and then started motoring his way to the front of the field. This is what he did last week, Phil, as it looks like they're doubling it up here. It looks like they're going to be able to double it up here and see what happens here with J.D. Brown, and it's going to be a Delaware double file restart like we're accustomed to here each and every week here on the Full Velocity Racing Network for the Throwback Series. Delaware double file. We'll see what's going to happen here. On a leader on a row all by his lonesome. That is J.D. Brown.
Yeah, I learned a while back a Delaware double file restart originated, well, in the state of Delaware. Imagine that. J.D. Brown's going to be the car to lead us back. Imagine that. I get an award for that one right there, don't I? Let's go back to racing here. 28 laps on the board.
And 20 laps in. 8, or else, yeah. Whatever you said there, Phil. 28 laps on the board. The 14 of J.D. Brown, your race leader. Thank you to Jeff Brown for the star donation. 378 stars. 10-week streak for Jeff Brown. Thank you, Jeff, for your support, everything you do here for the Full Velocity Racing Network. But the number 14 machine of J.D. Brown trying to gap it back here. We'll see what Jacob Fields in the 75, or even Dylan Fox, for that matter, has. Jordan Casey, wicked fast in that 42 machine, too. So don't count him out either.
Oh, but they're nose to tail up front here with top 3. Brown leading the way over Fields and Dylan Fox, the 999. Jordan Casey running in 4th. Then so the battling back here is that 4th spot on back. Casey's there. Dedman, James Edens, Devin Morgan. Blake Cannon has come from the back, as has Tyler Ducharme. Ducharme started 24th. He finds himself in the top 10.
A good run for Tyler Ducharme in that number 9 machine. But the 14, I'm going to stick with the 14 of J.D. Brown here. Last time by 23.068. Jacob Fields, a tick faster, 23.055. As Fields trying to reel him in here, but a good restart on that Delaware double file for the 14 of J.D. Brown. That gaps remain the same, 0.433.
Absolutely right, and I think being that control car in Delaware double file, I think that really was an assist for the 14 to get back out to about a half a second lead over Jacob Fields. A little bit gap back to himself and the 999 of Dylan Fox, and the racing back here for 4th, and I think that's where the action's kind of going to sit. Jordan Casey holding on. You got Devin Morgan now. Devin in the top 5. James Edens following suit. Kevin Dedman, whose car was really strong early. 3 cars seem to fade a bit in the second half of this one.
Yeah, they're definitely fading, Phil, and we're watching some of these cars, the comers and goers here, but Dylan Fox starting to tune it up too there in the 999 machine. It makes a little bit of a mistake over there in 3 and 4, but yellow flag going to come out and reset and repack this field, Phil. Who was involved in this one?
Our Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag on the Speedway. We have the 18 car of Fernando Carter involved, all the Footstone Flyers involved over there, and there was definitely more. 34, I believe that would be Daniel Cummings. 2 of Dylan Hauser getting a piece, so that tore up some good cars.
It definitely did. 34, like you said, involved in this one. The 18 and Carter, the H2 machine. Man, there was a lot of cars getting tore up in that one.
Certainly was. Looks like the contact started with the 18 of Carter that spun. Who was that? Cummings around, and 18 and a 2 was Dylan Hauser. So it was 18 of Carter, 2 of Hauser. They started the contact, so put both of them toward the back of the field, and now we reset it. We're getting down under 10 laps remaining. 33 laps complete. J.D. Brown, he's had a really good night, but it feels like the longer this race goes on, that car just stays really steadily strong. God, you got to imagine. I know you're a guy who's very familiar with the dirt track at Delaware Double Ohio restarts. I got to imagine with a single-digit amount of laps left to go, Todd, that's a huge trump card.
It definitely is. You get to restart. You can start whatever lane you want. You can start in the middle. You're the controlled car. You definitely have earned that spot. That's what I like about Delaware Double File restarts. You've earned the spot, Phil. You're able to pick and choose where you want to start there, and you shouldn't have somebody on the inside or the outside of you. I've always been a firm believer that I'd like to see it more here in upstate New York, a Delaware Double File restart. We probably won't, but I definitely understand it after explained to me at Del Mar down at Delaware International Speedway. It was a rather interesting thing for the first time I ever seen it. So it was cool to see the leader and able to capitalize on that one. Then your second place can choose inside or outside. Definitely something cool.
Delmar, our broadcast colleague and buddy, Bobby Farrell's neck of the woods down there. Love to go out to that place. I've always seen a lot of video there over the years. Delmar is a cool joint, and my old man's been there. He speaks highly of it. One of these days, I'll go down there and watch a modified show for sure. But off turn number 3 and 4, we return under the iRacingGuyFlag.com green flag. J.D. Brown, he stomps a loud pedal down. Maybe not the best restart last time that he got, but he'll lead Jacob Fields now off turn 2.
And Jacob Fields hit a ton down on the inside there and really upset his car. The number 75 is Dylan Fox, goes to the outside in the 999, but the 14 of J.D. Brown says, see you later. He's trying to check away from Jacob Fields in the number 75 machine. Yeah, these guys are wheelmen here tonight. James Eaton's now into the fray, too, in that 56 machine, man. These guys are fighting it out there. A lot of D1RT guys up here inside the top 5, Phil.
I was taken back, and Jack said it as well. I'm not sure how a couple of cars got squirrely and somehow saved it, but the guy in the missions for that 56 at Eden's up to the middle. He made a couple of jumps for a spot. Now Jordan Casey and him making together is off turn number 4. Dylan Fox running the extreme high lane. He made a little bit of love to the wall, but somehow that car got a good launch, and he's still digging.
Now still able to keep it there in that 3rd spot. The 999 machine as he's fighting it out there with Jordan Casey there in the 42 as Casey now looks to the inside trying to get a podium finish there for the number 42 machine as he's had quite a few podiums here already this season. Casey's been on fire here, so good battle with the number 999, I should say, the teammate of his. Jordan Casey now looks to the inside. Great side-by-side battle for the 3rd spot. Again, you got Jacob Fields trying to track down J.D. Brown. That last time by, Fields was definitely quicker than Brown, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time with 4 to go, Phil.
4 laps remaining. It'll be 3 this time off turn number 3 and 4, but it's not a 3 car lengths. I think Jake is definitely a little bit quicker, but catching a guy is one thing. Passing a guy in the last 2 laps of a dirt race is a whole different feel. 14 cars been stout all night, but he carries Fields by 3 car lengths. That race to 3rd so far really still good. Casey and Fox, 2 teammates. Give it to Casey there as he hit turn 3.
Casey right now in that 42 machine, now locking himself here into a podium finish so far, but Dylan Fox again looks to the inside as J.D. Brown going to get the popsicle sticks here. 2 more trips around for the number 14 machine. He bobbles a little bit, and that was a costly bobble as Jacob Fields right there breathing down his neck. This could be interesting, Phil, as we come up on the white flag here. At number 75 is Fields going to be able to throw maybe some sort of slider at the 14 of J.D. Brown. I see the pass for the last lap last week there for a win. Can Jacob Fields do the same? They dive off into turn number 1 for the final time. It is the number 14 of J.D. Brown driving into the back straightaway there. The 75 of Jacob Fields right there hot in his heels.
Sure is. In that turn number 3 and 4, we're for the final time. Fields on one more drive in deep. Brown picks up a throttle off turn number 4. J.D. Brown gonna win here tonight in Lakeland, Florida. Dirty Grass Soul Jam. Give it to the number 14 car. Jacob Fields in for 2nd. Jordan Casey for 3rd. Dylan Fox fourth. Devin Morgan, a great run for the 12th car. He'll pick up a top 5 finish from 24th to 6th tonight for the number 9 of Tyler Ducharme. James Edens will finish up 7th. Blake Cannon 8th. Virgil Graham 9th. And Evan Say will round out our top 10. 11th to Barrett Bishop. Daniel Cummings Jr. will finish up 12th. Randall Carter 13th. Kevin Dedman 14th. And Daniel Powell, he gets a top 15 run. Clay Debin will finish up 16th. Or Rocky Battenfield 17th. Colton Davis 18th. Chris McGuire, Dylan Hauser, they'll round out our top 20. 21st for Zach McSwain. Joel Berkeley will finish 22nd. Mason Crawford 23rd. And Blake Majulis retired really early, rounding out our 24-car field. A tremendous night. Dominating night for J.D. Brown. Todd, he ends up in victory lane.
Yeah, definitely dominating victory there for the number 14, leading 38 of the 40 laps here. Led all but 2 laps here tonight for the number 14. So definitely going to be an interesting interview down there. I don't think I've interviewed him down in victory lane yet. That number 14 machine, we'll see what he's got.
Absolutely right. Well, we'll get these guys all screened out. The big winner tonight is J.D. Brown. He will go into BladeNote.com victory lane next to the post-race show. We'll get these guys all screened out. We'll come back live here. Post-race coverage live on your source for esports racing. All right, back here live, post-race show on the Full Velocity Racing Network, presented by BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. You need something like a great host for a great website, or how about a VPS server? Oh, how about go big time on a dedicated server? Look no further than our friends at BladeNode.com. They sponsor the post-race show and our Victory Lane celebration, which will find Todd at Victory Lane tonight with the 1. Mr. J.D. Brown, second place tonight goes to Jacob Fields, and finishing up third, a guy who passed a lot of race cars tonight from 18th to a podium finish with D1RT car number 42, Jordan Casey. Jordan, a terrific run on a really slick and fast racetrack, man. You passed a lot of race cars. Tell us about your night.
Yeah, I screwed up in qualifying there. I didn't know it was only 2 minutes to qualify, and then coming out of 4 to complete my lap, it just automatically didn't take a lap. So had to start deep in the heat. I was fortunate enough to get 4th there or 5th there and start first in the B. And I knew my stuff was going to be good, and then I just tried to take my time, but it felt like nothing kind of getting the top 5. I know we got into Evan there 1 lap, but I tried saving them. I don't know if it was a little net code or what. And then Eden's on that last one. I want to apologize to him, but that was net code because I was nowhere near his car. I don't think so. But I don't know. It's fun. It's good to see Jacob and JD get his first VLR win. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely was. And JD just got out there dominating race car, and Jake had to really drive through the field with a 75 as well. But certainly you did too, from 18th up to 6th. Racetrack, I mean, you said it was treacherous, it was slick. Where did you set your race car up through? On the low side of the bottom lane? Looked like you had a lot of good power down low, but there was definitely a slaughter line out there on the high lane as well.
Yeah, I kind of knew it was going to be bottom or middle. I thought it was going to be more middle than bottom, and it was. I found it too late. After them guys are pulling away, I just tried some stuff, and then I finally found the middle out of 4 rather than running right against the wall on the inside. Gained like a 10th and a half there. Wish could have had one more restart just to try it, but I'm sure JD and Jacob were really fast, so I doubt I would have been able to do anything with them.
Well, you did an awesome job as always, Jordan. I know you won here last week. You got another one locking on the door. A 3rd place run, a good point tonight overall. Let me give you the mic one more time. Let you thank your team and your crew out there for putting a really good effort together.
Yeah, everybody at D1RT that helps out that ran tonight. It's always fun getting on and running with these guys. You always know you're gonna have a fast setup at the end of the night, so it's always fun to drive. And you guys for broadcasting, Howard, KT, and Garrett for the series again, and just congrats to JD and Jacob.
Absolutely right. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, D1RT, car number 42, Jordan Casey. A third place finish here tonight. The Dirty Grass Soul Jam here in Lakeland, Florida. We'll let him go, and we'll a further walk down here as it looks like now emerging out of this awesome looking number 75. Terrific run tonight for Jacob Fields. Jake, terrific job. A second place effort. God, Jordan just said he wished he had one more restart to take a shot at trying to get to the top two. How are you feeling about those Delaware double for restarts there in those last 10 laps? JD had a good piece, but I think your car was equally as good.
Oh yeah, JD was fast, man. It was basically just trying to wait and see if he made a mistake, and he didn't. He was on a rail tonight. Yeah, I was hoping we could get at least one more restart. I felt like I was starting to find the bottom there at the end, but yeah.
Bottom, as Jordan has said, he thought the track would kind of go middle toward top, and the bottom kind of seemed to be there. Then went away and came back again. It was kind of throwing everybody for a loop. It was definitely a slick racetrack, but you had a really good race car. This number 75. We normally see you in a 007, but the Throwback series in the 75 car. For guys like myself who didn't grow up in the dirt, don't know a lot about the dirt scene, tell us about the history of this race car.
Oh yeah, man. This is John Gill's It was in the 90s, I believe. Heck, I had a little toy car I used to play with at the dirt tracks on the weekends. And so I thought it'd be really cool to get that paint done. And Dan Smith over at Five Knuckle does a great job. Can't thank him enough on it.
But to hear somebody else who may have pushed a toy race car down on the ground years ago, I think I did it well into my early 20s. Yes, I said it. Yeah, I certainly did. But Jacob, a terrific job by you, man. A second place run. I know you got a great race team and a bunch of good guys behind you. Let me give you the mic one more time. Let you thank your crew and your sponsors out there.
Yeah, I got to thank the guys at D1RT. Definitely wouldn't be able to be up here without those guys. They've helped me out a lot the last couple weeks. Got to throw congrats out there to JD and Casey, and I think pretty sure Clay had a pretty good run as well. Fox. I got to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, and thank Howard and the guys for putting on the league.
They did a great job tonight. This guy certainly did as well. Car number 75, Jacob Fields, a second place run. We'll let him go. I'm certainly sure we'll see him again here very, very soon. So what we'll do now is we will take the show. We will throw it down into BladeNode.com, Victory Lane. And if I heard Jake right, this may be the very first Team VLR win for that number 14 ton. JD Brown's at Victory Lane.
Yeah, down here in BladeNode.com, Victory Lane with the driver, the number 14, JD Brown. JD, fantastic race, dominating 38 laps of 40 there, man. Congratulations. What we were hearing, the first VLR win here. But, man, let that one soak in. Tell us about your race, man.
Well, it was great. Just trying to keep consistent, mainly. I knew I had a good shot starting on pole, and my goal was just run the bottom of the whole race and hope it pays out, and it did. So just try to keep consistent, not make any mistakes. Had a huge lead there. Didn't want to see the yellow, obviously, but continue to manage to hold off Fields and all the other guys behind me.
He definitely had a fantastic car. That number 14 was a rocket ship here on the bottom, but we've seen a lot of these cars bouncing around there. How difficult was it to control there, JD? I seen your car even bouncing around. How difficult is that to control when we start getting ruts and different stuff in the track like that?
It's really bad down the front stretch. Just try to keep it smooth. I was mainly just trying not to hit them as much as possible. So I was kind of rolling out of 4 in the middle, so just avoiding them and keeping smooth because they did upset you a lot. A couple of times I got kind of slung into the wall, hit the right rear on it, so just they really screw your race up. So I managed to keep it together.
I remember my first win here at the local dirt track, JD. How did it feel here? How were your nerves the last couple laps? Could you feel it the last couple laps? Don't make mistakes. Going through your head, all that kind of stuff.
I made one mistake like 2 to go. I thought that really scared me hitting the grass, but we're just keeping it smooth. Nerves are going crazy. When I had that 3-second lead, we were just on cruise control, and I knew I was faster than most of the field. We got still really dialed in tonight, so just nerves are going crazy. I'm finally excited to get like biggest win I've ever had and first VLR win.
Yeah, like you said, the first VLR win, the biggest win you've had there, and they always say one of these types of wins, JD. Once you get the first one in the rearview mirror, the other ones come a lot easier. I don't know if that's the case, but you wait and see. They're definitely going to let this one soak in. I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. You can think who we'd like to thank, and then get to the party in here tonight.
Just want to thank all the boys at Bad Racing who've been set on kill recently, just getting this car dialed in every single week. Testing off for making the beautiful wraps every single race, and everyone at Bad Racing helps out. It's amazing to be able to put this still in victory lane for them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, his first VLR win, the biggest race of his career, he says so far. So we'll see if he's going to continue on with some more bigger wins here. The number 14, I definitely see that in your near future there, JD. So congratulations here tonight. Let us soak in and have some fun partying this one out.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, driving the number 14 here tonight, taking down the victory at the USA International Speedway.
User
the
was
Throwback
moved out of your
Series.
channel.
That is the driver of the number 14, JD Brown. It's going to do it from BladeNote.com victory lane there, Phil. But, man, you could tell how nervous and ecstatic he was. I remember my first one even online. I had the shakes, and I was shaking my steering wheel all over the place. Same thing happens at the local dirt track. Man, if that ever dies, they say to hang it up. And it definitely happens in online racing too.
I tell you what, it's exactly right. Even behind the wheel of a virtual race car, you feel the nerves of that tense. You hear everything, you feel everything, and kudos to JD Brown. That's a big win right there. Well deserved, well earned, and had a lot of fun doing so. Great time tonight. Great job of the team over here at Team VLR. Howard Weaver, Garrett, KT, those guys always have the ship running sail. Great job of all the drivers of viewership tonight. You guys are amazing out there in chat. Got to thank all of you. Got to thank all of our great sponsors here at the network. Of course, we got to thank Team Bar Motorsports, iRacingIFlag.com, Voiles Trucking, JMax Journeys, JMaxStrong.com. Also going to thank BladeNote.com, the South Texas Speedway, Sheffield Graphics, Milner Media and Design. Charlie Miller takes great care of us, and also big title sponsor here on this series. Also going to thank Trash Panda Graphics, 3D Racing, the official team of the Full Velocity Racing Network, JP Designs, iRacing Dirt Painters, the Cyber Thunder Racing League, and the TDR Racing League. For Todd Stanton, Jack Truan, Ron Piles, the rest of the group that make up the Full Velocity Racing Network. My name is Phil Lacasse. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you back here live next time on your source for esports racing. Good night, everybody.
Good night.